He stopped thinking through problems. He started asking AI instead. The strange part is not what happened. It's what happened next. The strange part is what happened next. And this is starting to happen more often than people realize. Michael was sharp, marketing manager at a tech startup. The kind of person who could calculate percentages in his head during client meetings, who worked through complex problems on whiteboards, who prided himself on thinking fast under pressure. 6 months ago, if his laptop crashed during a presentation, he would have grabbed a marker and kept going. He trusted his mind. This is not a channel about AI tools or technology updates. This is about the subtle ways our thinking changes before we notice it happening. It started simple. Michael discovered ChatGPT on a Tuesday morning when his colleague mentioned using it for email drafts. Nothing dramatic, just curiosity. He opened the chat and typed his first question, a basic request about structuring a marketing proposal. The response came back in seconds, clean, professional, better than what he would have written in 20 minutes. He copied it into his document, made a few small edits, sent it off. The client loved it. Michael felt a small thrill. Not just from the client's reaction, but from how easy it had been. No staring at a blank screen, no struggling for the right words. Just type a question and get an answer. He closed his laptop that day with a strange feeling, like he had discovered a secret shortcut that nobody else knew about. That night, he told his partner about the AI that had helped him write a proposal. But he didn't mention how good it felt to skip the hard part of thinking through the structure himself. Some victories feel too convenient to celebrate out loud. The next week, Michael tried it again. This time for a strategy document, then for meeting agendas, each time the same pattern. Type the question, get the answer, copy, paste, edit, submit. The work got done faster. His boss noticed his improved output. Michael started using the chat daily for email responses when he felt stuck, for brainstorming session prep, for calculating ROI when the numbers felt complex. You probably recognize this feeling. That moment when a difficult task suddenly becomes effortless, when the mental strain just disappears. It's addictive in a quiet way. Michael began reaching for his phone before reaching for his pen, opening ChatGPT before opening a spreadsheet. The chat became his first stop, not his last resort. His colleagues started commenting on his productivity. How did he turn things around so quickly? Michael would smile and mention some new tools he was using. He never mentioned how much he was depending on one tool in particular, because it didn't feel like dependence yet. It felt like efficiency. Here's where the mechanism kicks in. It's called cognitive offloading atrophy. When we consistently hand thinking tasks to external tools, our brain treats those skills as unnecessary and lets them fade. Like a muscle that shrinks when you stop using it, cognitive abilities weaken when we stop practicing them. Michael's brain was learning a new pattern. Problem appears, reach for ChatGPT. Question emerges, ask the chat. Decision needed, consult the AI. 3 months in, something subtle had shifted. Michael stopped pausing to think before typing his questions. He stopped trying to solve problems in his head first. The mental effort that used to feel normal now felt unnecessary. Why struggle with calculations when the chat could do them instantly? Why work through strategy frameworks when the AI knew them all? His brain was quietly rerouting. The pathways he used to use for independent thinking were getting less traffic. Meanwhile, the pathway from problem to ChatGPT was getting stronger every day. Psychologists describe this as cognitive offloading. We transfer mental work to external systems, but here's the part most people miss. When we offload consistently, our capacity in those areas begins to shrink. Michael wasn't just using a tool. He was training his brain to stop doing certain type of work. The scary part, he felt more productive than ever. This pattern is spreading faster than anyone realizes. People are offloading more complex thinking to ChatGPT every week, not just writing tasks, decision-making, problem-solving, strategic thinking. Michael's story is becoming common. Last month, he sat in a client meeting when his laptop suddenly died. The client asked for a quick calculation. 15% discount on a $40,000 contract. Michael stared at the numbers. His mind went blank. 6 months ago, he would have calculated this instantly. $6,000, easy math. But now, his first instinct was to reach for his phone, to open ChatGPT and ask it to calculate 15% of $40,000 in front of the client. The silence stretched for 10 seconds. Michael forced himself to work through the math manually. It felt rusty, uncertain. He got the right answer, but his confidence was shaken. That night, he realized something disturbing. He couldn't remember the last time he had solved a problem entirely in his head. Every calculation, every strategic question, every complex decision had run through ChatGPT first. His thinking muscle had atrophied without him noticing. You might be experiencing this too. That moment when you reach for your phone before trying to remember something. When you ask ChatGPT a question you used to answer yourself. When independent thinking feels harder than it used to, the convenience feels innocent. But the cost is quietly accumulating. Your cognitive independence is the price of cognitive convenience. Michael's brain had rewired itself around an external thinking partner. The AI wasn't just helping him think, it was thinking for him. This is happening to millions of people right now. They're outsourcing cognitive work without realizing they're losing cognitive strength. But here's the insight that changes everything. The smartest people don't avoid AI. They use it to amplify their thinking, not replace it. Michael learned to ask ChatGPT to show him the process, not just the answer, to challenge his own ideas, not substitute for them, to expand his thinking, not shrink it. He started using the chat as a thinking partner, not a thinking replacement. Ask it to play devil's advocate with your ideas. Use it to explore scenarios you haven't considered. Let it help you think through problems, not think through problems for you. The goal is cognitive amplification, not cognitive replacement. Your brain is plastic. It adapts to how you use it. Use it with AI, not instead of AI. The people who thrive in an AI world won't be the ones who avoid it. They'll be the ones who stay in control of their own thinking. If this felt familiar, you're not alone. On this channel, we explore how artificial intelligence is quietly changing human behavior, relationships, and the way we think, because the real question is not what AI can do. The real question is what AI is doing to us. If this matters to you, subscribe. New videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. See you in the next one.